Okay, we are going to go over the new units, the Blue Duo and Rose in this video. Now, they mentioned so much in this little, I guess it was an hour long, it wasn't really short. But in this 1 hour segment, just giving us information about the new celebration. I honestly, I'm not disappointed. I'm not mad. But I was holding out that they would surprise us with the fusion and being able to play with the fusions. But that's not the case. I think the number one thing that's odd to me is that they're both STR. Like I said, we're gonna get a look at these characters. I'll make a video probably tomorrow or later on about all the other content and other stuff they announced and talked about. But let's just get the most important shit out the way, right? This guy's STR. He's a super type character, and he is a reversible exchange character with Vegeta. So, of course, you see all these categories. It's filled to the fucking brim, bro. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 20. Too many goddamn categories. It's over 20. Okay, it's too many. He's on every category in the game. Okay, and I think reversible exchange is a good thing because it allows these characters to be on multiple teams. So that is one thing I can take away from the reversible exchange, and just confirmation for the losers in the back, right? Well, I guess he is on Fuse Fighters. Damn, that is tragic. The fact that he's on Fuse Fighters and he's only like temporarily fusing during the active skill is sort of tragic. But I guess let's skip past this. We're not going to hear these guys talk or anything like that. His leader skill is Future Saga or Fuse Fighters category key plus 3 HP 200%. And attack and defense 170%, plus an additional 50% HP attack and defense for characters who belong to Bond of Parent and Child or Final Trump card. Now, this is sort of a bummer because I wanted Rose to have the Dokkan Fest leader. So this guy's the Dokkan Fest apparently. I don't know why they went with this choice. I guess it's obvious because he's Super Vegeta, or sorta like he's the super unit. But I really was hoping that they gave Rose the leader. And we'll talk about Rose when we get to him because, oh boy, do I have so much shit to talk about. But let's move forward. Let's look at what he's actually doing. So his 18 key, this is really good actually. His Ultra Super attack, it greatly raises attack and causes mega colossal damage to enemy, raises allies defense by 60% for 1 turn, self-excluded. Wait a minute, is this the 18 key? Yeah, because the 18 key, he did a Kamehameha. Right. Okay, so his regular super attack greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn. Causes colossal damage to enemy and lowers attack. And then his 18 key. Okay. I didn't understand that at first. So at the top is his 12 key. At the bottom is his 18 key. Okay. Now let's go to the passive. I don't know how I feel about Goku and Vegeta and Rose and Zamasu. I know they're good. They're going to be really good, but I couldn't help but, just directly compare them to the reversible exchange Gogeta and Vegito. And, well, I can tell you this right now. Vegito is still the best character in the game. I just want you to let that sink in. But, yeah, it's not even a debate. This guy doesn't stack. Rose and Zamasu, they don't stack. So it's already out of question who's the best unit in the game. Like, these characters are coming out, and if you're one of the players who are like, I didn't want Future Saga anyways, this is your chance to skip a major celebration and just rack up on stones. I don't know who's delusional enough to actually do that shit, but I mean, you have real incentive to do it, right? This guy's not even, none of part 1 is going to be number 1, right? These characters are not number 1 worthy. Super Vegito, he's just too fucking good. All right, but let's get into it. So attack and defense 200%, receives an additional key plus 2 per key sphere obtained. Okay. Per superclass, ally, or Future Saga category ally on the team, depending on which has more members, attack and defense 50%. Up to 150%. Okay. Chance of evading enemies' attack and damage reduction rate 20%, up to 60%. When all allies attacking in the same turn are superclass characters, or when there is another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, launches an additional super attack. Chance of evading enemies' attack goes up by 20%, and damage reduction extra 10%. So this guy can, wow, this is actually really good. So this guy can get up to 80% dodge with 70% damage reduction. And it's not a hard condition. I mean, running a full superclass team is nothing. You know, just having a Future Saga member on the same turn is not much. It's nothing. So this is actually really stupidly good. This is actually really, really fucking good. This is actually probably the best start of turn character in the game, actually. Now that I'm really looking at him. Like, start of turn character, this is the best character in the game. But I'm looking at that Super Vegito is just too magnificent with his stacking. I gotta use him. I do, but we'll see. I guess we'll see. But this is real strong. It's not like this guy's weak, and we still have Vegeta. Okay, when activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more ki, attack 200% up, and attacks are effective against all types. That's going to be for free with this character, considering he's getting an additional ki plus 2 per ki sphere obtained. So this is really free damage and, yeah, free damage. When receiving an attack, defense 180%. Yeah, this guy's fucking insane. I mean, you know, as I'm reading him out loud, he's way more insane than I was looking. God damn, is he good? What the hell? Why did they make him so good? You can't even get mad that there's no Vegito. Bro, I'm fighting the like I'm trying to bro, right now in 4K live HD, I am trying to be mad that there's no Vegito, but reading Goku, I can't even be mad, bro. Like this is sort of ridiculous, bro. Let's move on to Vegeta. We're gonna skip the animations. I'm sorry about that, but I'll probably post them as a short or something. Who knows? I don't know. So they start off with the super attacks first. So Vegeta, his 12 ki greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, causes colossal damage to enemy and lowers defense. And his 18 ki massively raises attack and raises defense for one turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. Okay. So his basic effect can perform reversible exchange with Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. Remember, it's turn 4. It's not hard. It's just you get the turn 4 reversible exchange is free access, right? Ki plus 7 attack and defense 200%. High chance of performing a critical hit. High chance of evading enemy's attack. Just a base 40% damage reduction. Ki plus 3 attack and defense 80% for the characters and allies whose name includes Trunks. Okay. As the third attacker in turn, attack 150% and performs a crit. Okay. When attacking with 18 or more ki, attack and defense 250% up, and guaranteed super. Really, really good. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 20 or more ki, defense 150% up, launches an additional super attack. Yeah, this is a good 1-2 punch. I think Goku is obviously going to be... I'm reading it and I'm looking over it, and one thing I can tell you about Goku is that it seems as if he's sort of going to be offensively good and defensively good. Same with this Vegeta. I think Vegeta's more of like the offensive, like more, he's clearly like more offenses, but it's like at the same time, we'll see. I'll see. I'm not going to make any calls, but I'm definitely favoring Goku over Vegeta, but Vegeta seems really good too. He's not bad at all. We're going to have to see if this ki plus 3 attack and defense 80% support or whatever is going to be handy. We need a good Trunks. So hopefully, I'm hoping like a banner unit Trunks comes with this guy. Let's move on to the active skills. Right. Okay, so Goku. Okay, yeah. This is crazy. So Goku, Patara counterattack. Dude, if you watch the animations, it is so quick how he fuses and then goes straight into business. But I must tell you, he has the best. Whoa. I mean, if you look at Rose's 18 ki, well, if you look at just Rose, if you just look at the... Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the way that they carried Rose's anime, like, I'm glazing and I'm not even on that unit yet. But the animations for Vegito Blue when he popped his active is so sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is 10 out of 10 premium content to watch. Just look at. I was like oozing looking at it, bro. Raises attack by 300% temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. Attacking defense 20% and can nullify attacks that are guaranteed to hit, making it possible to evade these attacks in battle. This is actually really good. There is a lot of dodge countering. It's not as if Goku's hurting though. He's gonna be really good defensively. Same as Vegeta, but this is really good. This is just turn 4, by the way. You could just pop it turn 4, boom. There is no fusion, sadly, but this is a very powerful active. Okay, so Vegeta's is Father-Son Gallic Gun. Massively raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. Guards all attacks. In Future Saga category, allies attack defense 15%. Plus an additional defense plus 10% for the characters who also belong to the Bond of Parent and Child category for 4 turns. So this Future Saga buff is actually permanent to all allies. So that's pretty fucking good. The extra 4 turns is Bond of Parent and Child. We'll see how that works. But Vegeta's active skill is definitely really good. Just basing this unit, like I said, I don't think this guy can beat Super Vegito. I don't think Rose and Zamasu can beat Super Vegito either. But my takeaway from this is a very good unit. As a matter of fact, he's top 5 level good. Yeah, he's top 5 level good. Maybe. I don't know, dude. I think I would put him behind. Would I be wrong in saying like putting him behind Easy A Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Would I be crazy for doing that? Like, is that crazy to say out loud? Like, I think he might be like number 4. Well, we gotta read Rose's kit. Yeah, we're thinking too much. Let's go to Rose. So here's Rose, and his categories. He has a lot: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. You know what? For a villain unit, I'm not mad at this. Yeah, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad. For a villain, this is a lot of categories. You have to trust me on this. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. He's Extreme STR. Like I said, it is very odd that both of these guys are STR. I don't know why they made both of these guys STR, but for some reason they did. We're not going to question it. This is the first time they've done this in a very, very long time. I guess STR is a lacking... out of all the typings right now, I would probably say STR and INT is doing the worst. So actually, this is not a bad thing. Because remember, Tech Vegito is Tech Vegito. You have Physical Gogeta. You have AGO Gogeta. You have Tech Gods. You have AGO Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Yeah, you have a lot of these other dominant types, but STR definitely probably did need the love the most. Let's move on to what he... Oh my god, this is already a bummer, guys. He is a Super Bosses category. Key plus 4 HP attack and defense, 220% lead. Now, part of me is pissed off and part of me is excited because... Well, we already have confirmation of 1 EZA, so we're going to get 1 buff. Of course, they're going to have the banner unit that's going to fit the Super Bosses lead as well. But all this means to me is that they're going to fully flesh out the villain side of Super Bosses. Like, we're going to get an EZA for INT Zamasu, guaranteed. Now that I'm, like, it's guaranteed to me that we're going to get that EZA merge Zamasu. Yeah, it's happening. Because we're going to need it, right? Super Bosses suck. Ass. It's ridiculously bad. It's fucking horrible. But here's the caveat. With this guy being the Super Bosses lead and with how good he is by himself and what he can provide to the team, he might be worth it. So let's get into the passive. Oh, actually, the super attacks. I lied. So his 18 key is greatly raised attack, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, raises allies attack by 60% for 1 turn. Super attack, violent, fierce god slicer. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy and lowers attack. Isn't this like the same super? These are the same super attacks as fucking Vegito. I mean, as Goku and Vegeta, right? It's the same. Like, as the Goku portion, Rose literally has the same exact buffs, which is odd. Now his passive skill is a bit, it's a bit similar, but it's a bit different as well. So attack and defense 200%, receives an additional key +2 per key obtained, attack and defense 80% up, and attacks are effective against all types for allies whose names include Goku Black. Okay, so that's interesting. So he's gonna be super effective against all types, and all the Goku Blacks are as well. That's very strange. I actually missed that the first time I read that. Per extreme ally or future saga category ally on the team, this is going to be a very simple condition to do. 150% up attack and defense. Chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction rate 20% up to 60%. Very similar to Goku. When all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class characters, or when there's another future saga category ally attacking in the same turn, guards all attacks. This is really good, considering the crazy amount of damage reduction he has. Now, the difference between this Rose and Goku is that he caps out at 60% damage reduction. Goku can go up to 70%, but Rose is going to be stronger defensively because he's going to be guarding, right? So when all allies attack in the same turn, yeah, like I said, extreme class characters or future saga characters, guards all attacks. Really good, very outstanding. His defenses are pretty high too. When activating the active skill when attacking with 18 or more key, attack 200%, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. This is definitely worth it, the exchange. So Goku has a guaranteed additional, but he doesn't have guard. So I'll take it. And plus he gets an extra 10% damage reduction. I think it's worth it. You know, the trade-off for guard, just losing 10% and his additional only being 70%, I will take. And when receiving an attack, defense 180%. Oh yeah, this guy's better than Goku. So you know how I was just talking about how I love how good Goku is? Rose is just flat out better. Yeah, Rose is flat out better. Holy shit, the villain is actually better for once. Oh my god, the villain unit actually is better. Oh my god, dude. The villain is better. The villain unit is better. Well, we didn't read Zamasu. But Zamasu's fucking ridiculous. So, turn 4, you can reversible exchange, yada, yada, yada. Let's get into Zamasu. So, his super attack, his 12 key, is greatly raises attack and defense 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and lowers defense. But his 18 key, though, massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and recovers 20% HP. Now, I made a video previous to this one, and I specifically said I wanted to see healing from Zamasu. I did, and they gave it to us. And it's through his 18 key. This is really good. Okay. So this guy sort of has a short passive. Zamasu plus Goku Black, but this is the Zamasu portion of the card. So turn 4, you can just reversible exchange. We get that. Key +7 and attack and defense 200%. High chance of performing a critical hit and just guard all attacks. Attack and defense 200% and future saga category or extreme class allies, damage reduction rate 10%. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 20 or more key, attack and defense 200%. Launches an additional super attack. Oh, and attack and defense 300%, performs a critical hit and recovers 6% of damage dealt as HP when HP is 60% or less. Now this is okay, so this is why they didn't stack this guy with like huge damage reduction. He's only gonna have 10% guard, but he's gonna have stats. Because they want you to sort of get hit hard so he can recover a lot of damage. But that's only okay, I would say this Zamasu, I would like this Zamasu a lot more if they just got rid of the when HP is 60% or less part of the passive. I would like this guy a lot more. If he just had the recover 6% of damage dealt as HP, I guess it would be really very broken. But I mean, I don't know, we'll see. But the villain unit actually seems better. Am I wrong for saying that? Like, Vegeta definitely, in my opinion, probably is going to outshine Zamasu in the long run. I guess we haven't went over their active skills yet. Yeah, let's go over their active skills before I say that. Okay, so the Holy Light Grenade. This is Rose's active. Massively raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. All attacks become critical hits. And Super Boss's category allies attack and defense 15%. Plus an additional defense 10% for... Yeah, so this is just like Vegeta's part of... Yeah, this is just like Vegeta's part, like with the active skill. Okay, that's interesting. And Zamasu's active skill. Massively raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. Key +4 and attack 40% in battle. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, gang. I'm spamming the fuck out of this active. Not only is this active probably superior than all the other actives in the long run, just having... I guess it's just attack. Never mind. No, it's just key +4 and attack 40% in battle. If it was key +4, attack and defense 40%, oh, this would have been so much better. Cause he would have ate so hard off the extra defense. Actually, this is actually sort of hardened up for debate, man. I actually sort of struggle to see who's the better unit. This is actually something I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below. Who do you guys favor? Honestly, we're gonna have to see the super easy. We're gonna have to see the easy A's of Rose and Vegeta Blue. And then I'm probably like, of course, you know, just off first glance, first sight, I think Rose's probably, honestly, he's my favorite, and he seems to be the strongest out of everything. But yeah, they could have did better. They could have definitely we definitely could have just got a few like Fusion Merge Zamasu gameplay. Like we could really play with Fusion Zamasu and Vegeta Blue again. But I'll take this. Part 2, they just better come hard. They better just hit hard. Give us God Goku and God Vegeta reversible exchange. I wouldn't mind if they decide now. If I don't see, I would be more pissed off if part 2 we actually do get a reversible exchange and they do fuse. I'm not gonna lie, that would piss me off more than them just coming out with a reversible exchange and they're not fusing, because it would be like a smack in the face, sort of like. So you're telling me we can fuse with these guys, but we can't fuse with Merge Zamasu and, you know, Blue Vegeta? Like, that would just sort of suck. So, like, just come out with, like, a God Goku, God Vegeta, or, like, you know, reversible exchange, yada, yada, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? I guess we'll talk about that and speculate more in a different topic and discussion, but I don't know. I like these guys. Now we just need to figure out what their banner units is, but I'm liking these guys overall. Oh, by the way, I guess I forgot to mention this. I won both times with a chance ball. I went all in on the number 3 on my global account, and I went all in on the number 7 on my JP account. So I won a 210 Dragon Stones completely for free. Now talk about God tier fucking luck, dude. I mean, when Amatsu pulled out that ball and that ball said 3, I damn near choked. Okay, when Gebby pulled out that goddamn 7, I had a heart attack. I'm not gonna lie. I got extremely lucky, dude, to go all in on 3 and 7 and get both guessed like that. I mean, I gotta get Rose. I mean, I've got to get these guys off them stones, dude. I needed it bad. I'm not gonna lie, too. Hopefully you had good luck, but just let me know who you think is the better unit. I'm favoring Rose and Zamasu. Obviously biased. Rose is my favorite villain in the entire series, but at the same time, I do think Rose is actually the strongest out of all the characters. Like, I don't... Like, biased, even though I am biased a little bit, like, I think it's merit to, like, calling Rose the best character. Like, he's got the guard, the damage reduction, the power, the offenses. Zamasu's got the healing. I think the extreme unit is actually better. We'll see. Like I said, we just the leader skill. God damn it. I wish it was something more. But I'll catch you next time.